Hello, Actus Age here on the Sage channel, and we're back for more Singular Survival, and our plan for today is to do a test flight. That's right, I'm actually going to take off. Now, before we leave the planet, before we do our proper flight into the stars, to whatever adventures you might be, find up there, mainly we're going to look after, or try to find the monoliths. I might have to do a little cheaty to add them back in, because Auto-Delete did annihilate them years ago. But before we get to all that, we need to go ahead and take out that last district headquarters, and we also, of course, as I just mentioned, need to test this ship. So, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and test the ship, then we're going to do some minor upgrades to it to allow it to actually land again, pretty much anywhere we please. So, first and foremost, I'm going to fly up here, and I believe you guys already saw most of this complete in the previous episode, or the gist of it. I haven't added any more up the top. I did go ahead and mine up some more ice in the ice fields. I'm actually going to fly over there and show you. And I did remove our one backwards thruster and replace it with another storage cell of hydrogen. And as I said, I've been mining ice, so if we actually go ahead and search ice, you can see we still have like 20,000 here, and, well, quite a bit actually spread out throughout most of our oxygen generators, as well as, I believe, yes, 421,000 just sitting here. So I have been fairly busy mining up ice, and it's getting sorted. And you see we still have a bit of uranium, magnesium, because I mined some of that, and cobalt, as well as, well, uranium and all that fun stuff. Anyway, I'm going to fly over here to the mining ice fields, or the ice fields of mining, or whatever we should call them, just to show you the craters that I showed you, I believe, in the previous episode, but also the fact that I did actually go back to that area here, and that's where I got the magnesium from. I believe I said there was some down there previously, and I actually did go ahead and mine down into it, and congratulations to me, I didn't lose any things at all. Like, nothing on the Murphy the Miner actually broke off at all. You can see I did some right-click mining to mine this out, but I even got the proper magnesium and everything down here. It's awesome. Oh, and I also went back to our Coolio mine. Unfortunately, I didn't have any footage because I was just mining to pass some time and listening to random YouTube videos actually while I did that. But, you know, I figured let's just get some resources, that way people aren't bored to absolute death from it. But I actually expanded the mine down here, and the issue we had last time, which I believe I demonstrated, where it was basically, well, I was pushing against the wall and nothing was being mined away, nothing was being mined away, it still persisted, and I found that the best way actually to mine this area was very simply to just go ahead and, well, leave the drill here and go in by hand and hand drill out all of this cobalt. And then, with all the rocks laying on the floor, I simply brought the ship over here and picked them all up, which is why you see that this area has expanded a fair bit, because I was just basically making a room with a right click so I could put the drills down somewhere and gather up all the resources. Anyway, with all that babbling out of the way, I think we are now in the correct spot to do a really quick test flight. Now, before we actually do this, we are going to go ahead and add one thing on these. Well, actually, where do we want to land this piece? If we turn on this thrust, it's just going to burn through there. We want to be able to land again and connect again. Not permanently, it's something we're going to cut off later, but for the time being, we're actually going to go ahead and build this up just a tiny little bit here and actually put some merge blocks on there. That way, we will actually be able to come back. Now, we could be in a spot of bother here where these don't actually work, because of course the bottom steel plate facility isn't actually going to have any power once we're done here, but maybe we'll be lucky enough and everything will be fine. I just typed Marge, I meant to type steel. There we go, steel plate, grab one of those. I've also once again rejigged all of these sausage containers, so yeah, we should be able to have storage supplies on there, and they're not going to be getting unnecessarily full up anymore. Cool, like so, cool. And let's actually get the welding ship, the flying sausage, and weld all of these up. And here we are, flying sausage. I also upgraded it just recently, actually. I thought about recording that and figured, you know, it was like 20 minutes ago I upgraded, but I figured since I was doing a whole bunch of just trying to figure out what I wanted to be in the TIM, the sorting system, by the way, if you don't know what TIM is, it's a sorting system. I basically entered in all the stuff there that I wanted to be sorted, and I figured you guys didn't need to see, you know, half an hour of me going, I think that should be good, and then flying the ship about and going, no, need to change those numbers again until I was happy with it. Because now all of our cargo containers in this shouldn't be getting extra full up. They should still have a little bit of space in them. And if they do get full up, it's not going to be preventing other supplies to come into them, which was actually something we were getting where we couldn't hold enough large steel tubes because it was pulling in other heavier components. So now we have a lot of our heavy stuff stored in those two extra cargo containers we stuck on top. And let's go ahead, and this should only take but a second. Okay, and that's scary. Those should both be saying locked, but only the bottom one is showing locked. That's actually very spoopy. Right, we're gonna leave it like that, because I quite like the danger of only that little tiny bit being welded up. Secondly, we're gonna go ahead and land and connect this ship right here. And third, we're actually going to go ahead and exit this. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. We're going to exit this, and we're going to do save as, because if all else fails, we don't want to lose everything just because of a game glitch. So lock you in place, do that, do one of these, exit to main menu, yes indeed, save and exit. And there we go, on the loading screen. I did go ahead and cut out the whole moment there of loading, and I should have just gone ahead and cut this out too. There we go. Jesus, that took a little while. Let's do a 48 save. Let's also do a edit on that one, and let's go into right there, disable that auto save, because we don't necessarily want that if things go wrong, because for all we know, this might be a repeat of that, well, wonderful episode where we tried to pick up that battery pack using a landing gear and a rotor, which proved that landing gear and rotors were definitely not ready for the limelight yet. Space engineers take pride for their ability to get the job done right, no matter how big, how complex, or how remote. How big, eh? The asterisk still crashes games last I checked. I could check again. Whew, that was loud. Ow. Alrighty, there we are. Also, did I leave hydrogen things on? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. So, we're back in game. Let's go ahead really quickly. I've decided, right before we do this, often when you do a test like this, landing gears, well, not landing gears, but these here rotors become very, very important for maneuvering, because you have to line back up that little thing, and if we only had like the 4 so we got down below, that could become problematic. So, just going to go ahead and really quickly weld these up, and the 3 on the other side. Okay, and that's all them done, and now we can go ahead and dock the ship. I think we'll dock it right here. Actually, no, we're going to dock it up and over on the other side. I'm not sure if these ships will count as a separate, well, entity while we're taking off. I believe land gears and connectors are supposed to make basically any ship that's connected to the main ship act as if they're all one big hefty entity, but I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen or not. One of the reasons why we made this alternate save and made sure we had a autosave turned off, because if not, all these could off-balance this ship a little bit, so I figure maybe having you over here will, well, balance that out a tiny little bit. There we are. Coolio. Alright, what else do we have? Anything else before we actually go ahead and take off? Landing gears? No, merge blocks are both saying green now. Hopefully it'll reconnect, even though we don't have power down here. We'll just hope it works. If not, I have a few solutions we can quickly put into place, including really quickly just building a reactor down here. We're planning to actually disassemble all of this in this episode as well. So let's go ahead and do our test flight. First and foremost, we'll fly into the main control area here. Awesome possum. Go ahead and do a quick save there with a Shift F5. If you don't know, that's how you do quick saves. Let's hop into this cockpit. Zoom ourselves out in the third person, which we can't, because if you're in a station, for some reason your camera will not actually go into third person through a wall, which is awesome, which means to do any of this successful, we're going to have to go through here. We're going to select hydrogen. Actually, we can do it this way, can't we? We can use spectator mode so we can actually see the thrusters power on. You might burn through this. If it burns through it, it burns through it. I've just decided we're not fiddling for 20 hours. So, let's go into here. Hydrogen. So, turn on small. And actually, we're even going to go ahead and so we can actually see the damn things turn on. We should just do it from the UI here, shouldn't we? So, from here, we'll go to groups. And small, turn on and off. And then that was large, actually. And turn on and off. Cool. So, small. Awesome. And then large. Awesome. And let's just do a F9 so we can have control, and we'll do a 1 space. That should sever that beam right there. Okay. Strangely enough, it would appear that flames can pass through some of that area without issues. Let's also go ahead and do a hydrogen tank here. Hydrogen tank. And we'll just check one of the lower numbers because it should already be full. Okay, so we're at 99 point whatever %. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was a 4-second burn. And let's do hydrogen tank. Again, we were at number 4, I believe it was. Here we go. So that burnt about 1% and has come back most of the way. Let's also check our ice. So we're just doing diagnostics really quickly. We still got 20,000 ice, still quite a bit of ice. Cool. Okay, it looks like we're good. Let's hop out of the cockpit. We're going to go ahead and actually have to fly down there and manually sever this damn piece that I plan to cut. So right here. Bink! Bink! That's even, you know what, this shouldn't be connected, but just in case, we'll actually get rid of this one. And do we want to get rid of one more below it? Let's see, this thing's bounding box is not reaching any farther down, so nope, we're good. Awesome, only thing we gotta do now is find one of those merge blocks and tell it to shut off. Unfortunately, we don't actually know which one is which is kind of really problematic. Oh god, I nearly killed myself. But we'll figure it out, shall we? I don't know how the hell we're gonna figure... nope, nope. We don't have a working antenna on this, so we can't say show on HUD, nor can we go in the third person easily. We're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So, merge block. In fact, we're going to go F8. Hey, G actually... Oh my god, what did I just do? I got out of the seat. God dang it. Tell I'm getting a little bit worried. So let's do G, let's do merge block. Merge. Which was number 2 should be the second one we put in. So that was number 1, that was number 2. So number 2 is the one we're going to want to turn off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it. This is going to be the moment. Let's do an F9. Oh god. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, disengage. Oh my god, we're not dead. That's fantastic. Oddly enough, there we go. It seems like we have a slight drift upwards, even though we are not giving it any command to go up. But if we tell it to go down, it goes down. It's very good. I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be the thrusters of our flying sausage here propelling the iron snowflake into the sky, even though we don't necessarily want it to. That's good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and test to see if we can dock with that. It still looks like it has power, even though I'm not exactly sure how it would. That's very good. We've got our successful test flight. We'll even go ahead, and this means you guys might want a little bit of a show. So there we go, 4-second burn got us 20 meters per second faster into the air. We were able to decelerate successfully as well, even though, of course, we do have the gravity of the planetoid holding us. But we've just proven that we can indeed take off without any serious issue. And we're bringing ourselves back down now, and hopefully we haven't deviated much from our landing point. We're going to do our F8 again, bring ourselves back over here, F9. We have not deviated, it looks. Looks like we're doing really good. Awesome. Okay, coming down. There's a minor amount of deviation. Let's see if we can correct that. Oh, the fact that this thing keeps wanting to drift upwards is a bit annoying. We could... Please nothing explode. Just dock. Just... Okay, that looks good. You didn't blow up. You did move a little bit. That's a little scary. Let's check you guys over here. You have all also moved a tiny bit. You seem to be having a clipping issue. That could be the end of the world. Everything seems to be good. Let's go ahead and shut down our main thrusters and our maneuvering thrusters. Very good. Let's pop back to our cockpit. Let's hop out and let's check those ships. As I was saying, I think before I actually docked the ship, I could have gone ahead and disabled the atmospheric thrusters, but I was a little bit scared of doing that because I was afraid, well, for one, I might forget later on. So there we go. That's good. And then 2, let's fly over here and just check you guys as well. Your reactor's still on, so you still have power. Cool. P, awesome. Looks like it was a successful test flight. Awesome. I am very happy. I am very happy. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that to work so well. I expected something to go wrong because it seems like something always goes wrong, but the Iron Snowflake has successfully made its own test flight. Alrighty, now what we're gonna go ahead and do, guys and gals, is really quickly, we're gonna hop into the Flying Sausage, switch it over to grinding mode, and we're gonna just get rid of pretty much everything else here on the ground. Yeah, pretty much everything here. We're going to get rid of all this, that way it's all loaded up into our ship, and then we're going to build some landing struts coming down from the ship, and we're going to fly it over closer to that district headquarters. We're going to stay about, I don't know, 4,000 kilometers out, build an assault craft, and attack the thing from there. We basically just don't want to get too close, but we don't want to be flying all 30,000 kilometers over to attack it and back every time. I should say also I've been doing some very minor resource gathering. We are low on gold, but that's about it. Alrighty, let's get right to that. Okay, enough fast forwarding. Third person from that angle is just causing me to break things off. You'll just have to know I did it all. And there we go. That's good enough. So we've successfully removed all of that. Believe it or not, that took about 20 minutes. They really do need tier 2 grinders and drills in this game, I think. Like tier 2 to speed up mining, things like that. Impossible Cobalt. And tier 2, of course, because, oh boy, that can take quite some time using this. Of course, we could go up to times whatever speed, but I like the idea of doing everything at real-time speeds, maybe times 3 inventory like us, but then having the fantastical bonuses of upgrading your gear. Alrighty, so that's all that mined. Let's go ahead, I say mined, welded, grinded away. Let's dock this up, and let's get to work really quickly on those landing pyres I was talking about. Now, for these, we're not actually going to go ahead and put any landing gear or any such things on these. In fact, what we're simply going to do is put some metal rods basically reaching down to the floor so that wherever we land, we should be able to balance the ship. Make sure that once it's balanced, actually shut off all of our connectors and be good to go. And by the way, since we do have the TIM sorting system, it'll go ahead and just pull all the stuff we just mined out and sort it equally into all of our other storage. 2 thumbs up. Alrighty, I think also we are at some point just going to go ahead and hack this down, that way it doesn't get burnt away once we are up and about. Alrighty, let's start by grabbing, check our inventory first. We need some more hydrogen bottles. Easiest way would probably be from here, so let's just search up the word a bottle. Caps lock is on, and Alright, actually, yeah, there we go. So we got 3 of those. Let's also grab ourselves some fantastical steel plates. I'll grab 100 of those. Yep, 200 of those. And where are we going to build these large things down from? Well, I think actually we're going to start, first and foremost, from all the way out here. Yes, indeedy. We're going to build one of these, and then I'll do the other ones without you guys watching. That way you guys don't have to see me just placing 205,050 blocks down. There we go. And our basic gist and idea of this is, actually, we're even going to go ahead and change this up a little tiny bit, because my long-term plans are actually for us to have some more solar panels sticking out. So we're actually going to bring this down 1 level as well. So like this right here. Oh my goodness, can we rotate this away, please? Thank you very much. So that'll come down to there. These guys, you don't need you, you're just there to hold it on while I change things out. Then you will be coming out this way and just carrying on. Coolio. And then you are going to go ahead and reach downwards all the way to the ground. And then at some point I'm going to have it reaching back up and connecting to that point, I think. So we're going to have these just huge spikes sticking out, which means when we land, we might land a little tiny bit crooked, but I think we should be pretty much good enough to land, well, we'll be able to land pretty much anywhere, I think. And if all else fails, we can always shove these into the ground a little bit hard and snap them off. We're actually going to build them down so that our big thruster assembly is actually still going to be pretty far off the ground when we're all said and done. Or once everything is said and done, I guess is the way that saying should be said. There we go. So coming down pretty far. Cool. And then I'm actually going to start right here as well. And I think from this piece, we're going to come down with like this, I think. Does that look alright? It doesn't look as good as having that stopgap there, did it? No, it's not quite as good. Let's go ahead and actually start this up here, so it's going to be a sharp turnabout, and then have this come on down. It should hopefully meet up with the other one we've just started working on. If not, well, at least it'll get close to it, and we'll be able to do something with it that should look fairly interesting. If all else fails, this of course gives us more space just to build random stuff sticking out here floating in mid-air once we're up in space. By the way, I did actually even think about putting more hydrogen tanks in, particularly like right here, since we do have this connection point, but I've decided that if we put more, we're going to have basically, some piping, maybe remove that one and have some different piping coming out to them. That way we'll have large thrusters facing this way, because just hooking it up to there would not really work here, as this one isn't offset to there. Oh, okay, one of our machines made a grumpy sound. Alrighty, let's also remember that we are going to be replacing this piece right here with this guy, Coolio. And let's go ahead and try to finish this episode today with us in flight on our way to, well, that outpost over there. And let's actually go ahead and save, because I just realized I haven't saved in a while. We don't want to lose all the work that we just did today. Like I said, that was a roughly 20 minutes of mining I did, which, that was quite a bit. Not mining, grinding. takes a while to get all that done. Cool. And I think this should be just about good enough. We don't want to get it all the way down to the ground. Let's carry you down, and then we'll add some almost landing skiffs onto it. We're not actually going to use landing gears because somebody asked, hey, how come the robo-cyber dogs never seem to attack you? Well, I don't know exactly, but I have a hypothesis. While I was grinding everything down, there was a piece of metal that fell upon the floor, and one of the cyber dogs ran up to it, and I didn't seem to attack it, but he did run up to it, where he hadn't been apparently attacking all the other scrap metal. It's possible they only attack things that have an actual ownership applied to them. If that is the case, that would explain it, and henceforth we are definitely not going to be putting any landing gears on any of this stuff, because of course if we did that, that would give the cyber dogs something to attack. And also, of course, in the future, once we get up into the alien worlds, it would also give any enemies we might happen to make or meet up there something to attack. Now I'm thinking we want to bring this down one more level. That way we can have a nice sort of angle to this piece right here. You there, you there, and then you like so? Yes, you like that. And then you just, well, you go bye-bye. I think I messed that up again, didn't I? I want to do it like this. I got a little confused in my own bloody head. Like so, and then like, excuse me, so, and then you can have this nice little piece there. There we go. So now it makes that sort of angle, and in fact, I think, could we make a slightly better angle? We'll just leave it like that. That should be good enough. And if I don't like it, I'll come back and poke at it while I'm not babbling, so I can think a little bit clearer. Yes. 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 There we go. Much better. So there we go. That's how we're going to do these, and we're going to have these on every side. That way we have these things reaching down and sort of support the whole ship. Maybe I want to do heavy armor at the very bottom level there, but we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put all these in while you guys are, well, not watching, because you don't need to see all that. Alrighty guys and gals, I've gotten the landing gears down. Just thought I'd go ahead and give you a heads up that I am going to go ahead and, well, take this son of a gun over and weld them all up. I'm even going to go ahead and, yes, I did move the cockpit over there to make it a little bit easier to use it in first person. That way I can tell depth a little bit easier. But I am going to go ahead and grind down all of this here. I've decided, since we do have the docking clamps and all that above, not to mention, as we pointed out, this was blocking a few of our thrusters, so we don't necessarily want all of this floating out here and just getting separated by a thruster's, well, thrust pattern. Anyway, I'm going to now cut ahead probably to when I've actually gone ahead and welded all of these up and we're ready to take off and just land the ship as a proof of concept that we can actually take off and land with our new landing gears. Alrighty, and it looks like we're just about done welding all of this up. Just about there we go, nice and easy like. And so now we have all of our proper landing gear set, and you can see the little outcroppings starting at the top, so we'll have, well, area to put more solar panels on in the future. And hopefully these are all the same length. If they are not, well, I guess we're going to be in a spot of bother when we land this thing. It sort of looks like an odd robot droid lander thing now, but at least it looks like a lander as well, meaning we will hopefully be able to land on other planets without any serious issues. So let's go ahead and dock this. We'll disengage our merge block and go ahead and try to land this thing not really over near the enemy base. Right now we're just going to land it a few feet away, and then in our next episode we shall make our way over to the enemy facility and begin construction on a minor warship. And hopefully on the way there we might even find, there we go, lock you in place, some gold, which would be very nice, because currently, as I said earlier, we are out of gold. Alrighty, so let's hop in our cockpit here, bleak, and go ahead, and we can't go to third person yet until we disengage our gear, and let's actually do that from spectator so we can see it disengage. And in fact, let's go ahead and do our save real quick, just in case the entire universe decides to glitch out and implode. So disengage. We're idiots. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see that? It relocked when I turned it back on. Let's turn those on and those on. Oh my god. Disengage. Awesome. That could have been the end of all things. Alright, and if memory serves, I think I'm sitting in, I don't remember which cockpit I got in. I got in the one facing forward. Okay, cool. So we can just do forward, let's do an F9 and go forward. That's forward. Okay, we'll go backwards. Looks like everything's successfully working. We are indeed moving freely. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Look at all the Earth, not Earth, all the, well, I guess Earth being disturbed on the ground down there. That's pretty awesome. Let's actually go ahead and fly ourselves about just to see how this thing looks from afar. God almighty, that's an odd thing to see, isn't it? Oh, that is such an odd sight to see. Alrighty, well, let's try to land it and see how it lands. Gently bringing it down. A little hard to tell, actually, how far off the ground we are from this distance. Let's bring our spectator cam not into the ground, Jesus Christ. Yeah, a little bit closer. Park it right here and have a nice landing shot, I think. So bring you down gently now. Gently, gently, very gently. Okay, I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. I think we're going to be fine on this. And we have touchdown. Oh my god, that worked. And inertial dampener's off. Okay, let's turn them back on and just kill the thrusters. Cool. Oh, we successfully did it, guys. Our ship is now capable of moving. I think we could get into the atmosphere. We still need to go ahead and, I think, shut off the inertial dampers on all of our ships that we have attached. Did these drift again? Yeah, they did. That sounds like it's doing damage. That sounds like it's doing damage. That's not good. We're still on planet. We don't really need airlocks. Oh, I went out the wrong side. Jesus, you drifted a whole lot. Upsy daisy dancy doodle. Let's get our welder out. Are you actually doing damage here? Oh my god, you are. Okay, okay, that's not good. Up, 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 up. Right. Yeah, that's smoking. Brilliant. Well, we gotta be careful of that. Careful. That was odd. Yeah. Well, luckily, I think we can repair this up easily enough. We lost a welder at some point, and it's apparently not repairing that up. What's going on here? There were no sparks of repair. Are you telling me that you didn't fill your inventory back up with all the useful components? What happened? You should have been repairing while we were floating right there. Well, either way, we got it repaired back up. That was, not ideal. We should check our other ones really quickly, just to make sure that they haven't also gone to pot. Wow, we lost... Did we lose all those? Because I don't remember that many being missing when I docked this ship up a minute ago. Yeah, maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Not sure. Anyway, we'll dock that up. Cool. We don't have our welders on the main ship. We'll have to find a new spot for those. Let's just redock these. That way they're not in stupid positions. Right there. Was there always just that opening there at the top? I guess it was. Odd. Let's disconnect you, fly you up and back over. I don't think we'll have to worry about this anymore. I think it's the merge blocks causing these issues. There we are. And then one more on the other side, our little ugly duckling. That's all sorts of not good. We might be about to lose this. Yep, we lost it. God damn it all. And I died. I should have just stayed in the cockpit. I thought, right, when you get out of a moving cockpit, it disables your inertial dampers, so my inertial dampers wouldn't have been on. Dag frickin' nabbit. Well, we nearly had a perfectly successful test there, but of course, the game decided it wanted to shove its fingers up my ass one last time. Motherfucker, my inertial dampers must... Did I even turn my jet back on? I didn't think I did, because I saw the message there. Let me guess. When you respawn, your inertial dampers aren't on. They're not on. Right. God dang it all. To frickety fracking hell. Where is our body? That's our one body that we just now had. We'll just grab the ammo off of it because it's the only thing of any real value. Where's our other body? Where did we die? Let's think. We were on the other side where the thing disconnected and the cockpit fell down. Luckily it didn't hit the solar panels, thank Christ. There's our backpack right there and our welding tool. Cool. We need those tools. They're a little bit harder to come by. Okay, guys and gals, well, that's that. The ugly duckling is no more. Of course, we couldn't have one video where everything just went perfectly right. That would have been silly to ask for that. And I'm not reloading to save just the ugly duckling. I'll grind down its reactor here and save the uranium out of it and all that good stuff. You don't need to see that. Next episode, we're heading over there. Anyway, guys, thank you a bunch for watching. And I shall see you guys and gals next time. Ta-ta.